Welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the time to pause and reflect on the word of the Lord. Today I'm going to be speaking about the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 11, verses 11 through 15. And we're in the second week of Advent where the theme is peace. This is something pretty grounding and peaceful to listen to. Let's listen. Jesus said to the crowds, "Amen, I say to you, among those born of women, there has been none greater than John the Baptist. Yet the least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. From the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent are taking it by force. All the prophets and the law prophesied up to the time of John. And if you're willing to accept it, he is Elijah, the one who is to come. Whoever has ears ought to hear." So when I first read it, I had to read it over again because it was a little confusing to me. But obviously, Jesus is talking about John the Baptist, who at this point is in prison. People are confused. If John was so faithful, why is his story turning out this way? And Jesus steps in to honor him because he says, among those born of women, there is no greater than John. That's huge. In the Jewish tradition, John stands as the entire crossroads of the story of Israel. For centuries, Jewish people were waiting for a figure like Elijah who would come before the Messiah. And John shows up in the wilderness, eating bugs, looking kind of crazy, but he looks the part of being like a prophet. And his message, prepare the way of the Lord, that comes directly from Isaiah 40. And Jesus is saying that prophecy, it's happening right now. John is the Elijah figure. The waiting is over. And then the line, yet the least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. That part confused me. It's not that John is unimportant, he's incredibly important. But Jesus is saying God's kingdom flips what you normally would think. Status doesn't matter, titles don't matter. In God's kingdom, even the smallest, the overlooked, the unnoticed, carry worth. So the final phrase, whoever has ears to hear, let them hear, means don't rush past this. There's more happening than what you can understand. The second week of Advent, like I said, invites us into peace, a deep peace that comes from knowing that God is already working. The Messiah has come, and the kingdom has already begun, even when life feels chaotic. John announced Jesus, and Jesus announces peace, the kind that remains even when life doesn't make sense, even when John is sitting in a prison cell, even when we're in parts of our lives that we don't understand. Advent peace doesn't mean that everything is calm. It just means that God is near, and that changes everything. So journal prompts that would go along with this passage would be, where in my life do I need a steady, deep feeling peace of Advent, not just a surface level calm? Are there places in my life where I believe I am the least? And how might Jesus' words reaffirm my worth today? And what part of my heart needs to be prepared for Jesus during Advent? And then finally, where do I feel like John, doing my best, but really unsure of the results? And can I still trust God's timing there? I hope that this message encouraged you, and please don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to hear God's whispers.